What if I said you could exercise at work? Would you want to do that if you had facilities built in your workplace? I came across a quote that inspired me, stating by the British Journal of Cancer, saying epidemiological research suggests that working long hours has a detrimental effect on health and is linked to many behavioral risk factors. When I came across this behavioralism, I stopped and wondered and thought, if employees had enough health benefits and if their companies gave them enough, for example, health insurance. I then came across the question, if companies in the United States were required to give better health opportunities to their employees, how would this affect the American society overall? I conclude my findings to bring attention to the big, both small and large companies in the United States should implement better health opportunities to further decrease the socioeconomic gap, healthcare expenses, and increase the health of American society both physically and mentally. In an article called A World Without Work by Derek Thompson, mentions a town in Ohio being taken over by technology. Youngstown was transformed by psychological and cultural breakdown, he explains. Depression, mental health all tripled within a decade. The scenario of the town connects to how work plays a huge part in the mind of the American society and intertwines to how we live our lives and why this needs to be changed. Many unprivileged people in the United States do not have the required benefits as do higher income individuals. Why is this? According to Dahlgren and Whitehead, who both major in public health, states this assumption is based on the fact of the existence of a health divide within the country is increasingly increasing. This shows how the more weaker people are at risk. Thus, being able to work out during the day and can generally decrease report and connect to the preventions of absences. A 2001 study showed that in 2.5 hours of exercise in a week, in a workday, prevented absences and later took a heavy toll on the families within the society. Allowing this amount of hours can significantly decrease the gap. However, opponents of this claim that coworkers do not feel comfortable around other coworkers and do not want to exercise around each other. According to Greenfield, who attended the University of Pennsylvania to major in writing, explained, doing an activity as working out with coworkers results in a form of suffering. While these arguments seem to be valid, in particular, contributing a set of amount of hours to exercise can balance the need between health and individually, no matter how comfortable they are or not. The United States spends more on healthcare than any other country in the world. How can we lower these costs? Fisher, who has an expertise on my careers and works for the Fortin, staged a study in Michigan overlooked 4,000 employees who had chronic diseases, and they put over 150 minutes in exercise per week, and that their health expenses decreased significantly. He explains how beneficial it is to work out during the weekday, thus resulting in better opportunities that companies can provide to their employees. For example, the UK system is tax-based, which is why their costs are dramatically low. The United States healthcare system is owned by profit companies and charitable organizations, and this is why that the tax is very high. Looking at various aspects of health spending will determine what factors will evaluate healthcare costs. Kimberly, who is a health reporter of the news at the U.S. News, explains, this will grow faster and threaten the stability of the government plans. This is significant because employees reduce the cost by staying healthy, and if the companies can provide better lifestyles, and it will result in a fine physical American society. On the other hand, many claim that increasing the taxes and money towards healthcare is beneficial to the society. According to Thompson, declaring how to tax profits and distribute income and become the most significant economic policy. In fact, this can be proved wrong because having healthcare expenses being raised will only affect the poor by not being able to afford it. Many will have to reduce the cost of the healthcare. In order to do that, we will have to become very healthier. This shows that some of the countries in the world. And if you look here, UK is towards the bottom with Italy, and we are at the very top of the list to spend on healthcare. So one of my solutions that I thought would be build a gym to every company's location. I think this would benefit us because it will decrease the gap between the wealthy and the poor. However, it may be cost efficient. But if we do lower the healthcare expenses by being healthier, that amount can be brought into building the gym. Another solution I had was informational signs like this picture right here. Don't just stand there, take the stairs. So like if your company has an elevator, you can just take the stairs and that will increasingly boost your health. However, some may not want to do this, but it will promote general health. Indeed, exercise anywhere at work is not a new action point, but it does deserve to be addressed another time considering how it reduces many health features. And if many people can create small ways to become healthier, then it will result in a better future for both the company and the society.
Okay, Casey, a couple questions for you. How did you handle the differing perspectives in order to reach a conclusion?
Okay, so if you go back to my economic lens, yeah. So I connected the UK and the United States, and I compared how their economic systems were. I then also compared it to, if you go back to my first lens. Yeah, I compared it to the preventions of absences. So like the different countries may have different work systems. So then there was a chart in the British Journal Cancer showed different countries, and those different countries may have different different workplaces and different hours, and it just depends on how they lead to the prevention of that.
Okay. And then your second question, how did your conclusion respond to any of the other research or sources that you examined?
Can you repeat that question, please?
Yeah. How did your conclusion respond to any of the other research or sources that you examined?
So my conclusion was saying that basically we want to create a better health environment and better health societies. So I connected that to my whole research question, which was like how we can provide better economic situations and addressing the social gap.